He's the UFC's #1 ranked featherweight contender, fighting out of Waianae, Hawaii. Here is the former UFC featherweight champion of the world, Max
How you doing? This is Black Shy Guy here. Welcome to my channel. Before I continue with this video that discusses numerous topics, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below and also the like button if you really liked this video. It really helps me out a lot. And also hit the notification button. This way you get notified for any upcoming new videos. Let's get on to it. Anyway, there's a lot of things that's been happening since the Usman and Covington fight, which I basically want to discuss, which is basically the main topic here. But as you can see in the beginning of the video, you had McGregor eyeing Holloway, which is funny. Hopefully McGregor makes a comeback, hopefully he comes back and generates buzz again, because now with 268 gone and Whaley and the Rose fight in the distant memory, there's nothing really to look forward to. 269 looks pretty good, but to me, Amanda Nunes is once again gonna show why she's going to end up retiring, being the greatest champ of all time in the women's division. And obviously Usman, to me, there's no stopping him. After that Covington fight, I don't think there's anybody that's going to defeat Usman. I think Usman is going to end up at the top. I don't think anyone is going to knock him down. I really think he is going to retire being the best pound for pound fighter in the UFC. And Covington was the only one who had the capability of beating him. Let's get this straight. Covington was not fighting at all since that last freaking fight that they had. I mean, yes, he retired Tyrone Woodley, but he wasn't active at all. He wasn't really active at all. Usman was active, and Covington still took the fight down to the stretch, which says a lot about Covington. It says a lot about him. I think Covington and Usman is going to end up leaving the UFC. Unfortunately for Covington, Covington is going to be remembered as one of the best that there ever was. But unfortunately, there was someone better at his time, and that's Usman. Usman is definitely the best pound for pound fighter. A lot of people are still in a general discussion about whether Usman uses, etc. To me, he doesn't use at all. There hasn't been any proof of that. If proof leaks later on about him using, then so be it. You know what I mean? We've all been fooled. I mean, we've all been fooled by athletes before. Why not now? So if Usman is found out to be guilty of using any type of performance enhancement drug, then that time will come, because no matter what, no matter how well you hide it, you will get exposed. You will get exposed. But I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't think he's using, despite what Colby, Covington, and a lot of others are saying. And I mean, there's a lot of videos stating that Usman definitely uses enhancement drugs for his performances. But I mean, I really doubt it. I really doubt it. And Weidman has just made Usman a more dominant fighter. That fight with Usman and Covington was very, very good, very frustrating for me to watch, also for the simple fact that Colby Covington had him back reeled once and didn't pursue, especially him knowing the fact that he was losing the fight at that point, which was at the third round when he had him reeling, and he didn't pursue. You know what I mean? You had no choice but to pursue. You were losing the fight and you did not want to take this to a decision. I mean, I say high stakes. You know what I mean? High stakes, risk it all. You were losing the fight. You know what I mean? And you had nothing left to lose. You know what I mean? I think he should have just went for it all. But unfortunately, Colby didn't go for it. he scaled back a little and didn't pursue. And Usman really dominated the fight until it got to the third round when Colby finally started finding his stride. He started taking it back to Usman, started basically finding, I guess one would say, his momentum. You know what I mean? And it started being a real fight. Unfortunately, I can't show clips because the last clips I was showing in the UFC 268, I had to go back in the edit room, edit a lot of things out, and blur a lot of things out because for some odd reason in my channel, UFC moderates it really hard. I have no idea. What's going on, UFC? What you got with me? They just moderate it really hard. So I'm not gonna put any clips in this video of the Usman fight. I'm just gonna put images. Hopefully I don't get moderated for that. You know what I mean? But I'm just gonna put clips of it. You know what I mean? Not clips, just images as you've been seeing earlier in the video. And that's all I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? But the fight was interesting. The fight was good. That night for me was really a frustrating night after watching the Whaley and Rose fight, and then watching that fight. It was frustrating. The Michael Chandler fight was amazing. I really enjoyed that fight, but the two fights that I was very looking forward to frustrated the hell out of me because of the fighters. And like I said, in my opinion, I do believe Whaley did lose that fight. She did lose that fight because I rewatched the fight 3 times, and she lost that fight, guys. She lost it. Rose was the better fighter. She was, hands down. If you watch the fight again, I don't know if you guys have ESPN Plus like I do. You can rewatch the fight, you know what I mean, until they take it off and then they repost it for another date and time. But I watched the fight numerous of times and she lost that fight. And I rewatched the Usman and Covington fight numerous of times. Usman clearly won that fight, and Rose, not clearly, but Rose won that fight. 268 was a very frustrating night. And what's left for Usman? I don't think there's anything left for Usman. I really don't think there's anything left for Usman to do. I think he has solidified his dominance. I believe that he will retire. The only one left for Usman to fight is Edwards. And Edwards' fight just got canceled. I don't know who he's going to end up fighting. I heard Diaz wants to fight.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Diaz, nobody wants to see you fight after that horrible performance you did last time. Nobody wants to see you get back in the octagon until you're fit to get back into the octagon. I do not want to see a Diaz-Edwards fight at all. At all. I don't want to see it. But whoever Edwards ends up fighting, I don't know if it was already revealed by the time I did this video, but Edwards and Usman is the fight I want to see. There's nothing left. I think Edwards, Usman, and if Usman defeats Edwards, there's nothing left. There's nothing left for Usman to prove. And I think he should, honestly, if he even wants to, even though it will be early in his career, I think Usman officially retires. I think there's nothing for him left to prove. Usman is not like the Bullet. The Bullet is very dominant. She is a very entertaining fighter to watch. She is a martial performer, which very few could contend at that level. But I do believe the Bullet is really irritated for the simple fact that Amanda Nunes exists. She is really irritated about that. And I think that's one thing she wants to prove, that she can beat Amanda Nunes. To me, she lost both fights. I don't want to argue about nothing. She lost both fights. Obviously, if you comment down below, I'm always willing to conversate. I'm always willing for an open discussion, as you guys can see. But one was undecided. The second fight she lost, and she's irritated by that. She's irritated that Amanda Nunes exists. And I don't think, honestly, as great as the Bullet is not good. She's great. As great as the Bullet is, I don't think she can beat Amanda Nunes. She can't. I mean, and I don't know if you guys seen the last interview with her when she stated that basically the power is not what she's afraid of. You're afraid of her power, Bullet. Not afraid of her power, but let me say you're aware of her power. You know what I mean? You're well aware of it. In that interview, she tried to say that she's Amanda Nunes' powers is not what worries her. Yes, it is. Amanda Nunes' power is what everybody's worried about, and I just don't see anyone beating Amanda Nunes anytime soon. And I think also Amanda Nunes will leave as the world's greatest women's champion there ever was. I'm not even going to mention Ronda Rousey again, because Ronda Rousey, as we can see and as we have found out after her loss to Holly Holm, that she was just not a fluke. She was just good at that point in time when she was upcoming and bringing up the UFC women's division. She was good. She didn't have high competition at that time. But now that the high competition is here, there's no way Ronda Rousey could contend with these athletes. But I think that's what's left for Usman. You know, I went kind of left. I think that's what's left for Usman and Edwards. And after that fight, that's it. Unless the Usman and Edwards goes the distance and Edwards puts up a good fight, and even if Edwards loses, Edwards puts up a good enough fight whenever that fight is gonna be, because Edwards has to obviously win with whoever he's fighting who replaces MASVIDAL. Even though I don't think MASVIDAL was a great treat, I think MASVIDAL has went really down in performance aspect. I'm not excited to see a MASVIDAL match anymore. I'm just not. You know what I mean? When you look at Colby Covington, what he did against Usman, despite the fact that he was not in the octagon for a long period of time, when you see that type of performance, that type of resilience, and it's hard to go back. You know what I mean? It's hard to go back and watch someone like MASVIDAL who performed against Usman and be like, why am I watching this guy? You know what? It's like, why am I watching this guy? I want to watch Colby Covington. If I'm not watching Usman, I want to watch Colby Covington, because despite a lot of people not liking Usman, Colby Covington Usman is very, very good to watch, especially now with his movement and his striking. He's so good to watch. And I love the fact that Colby Covington matched it. It was such a high performance that you don't want to belittle yourself watching someone like MASVIDAL. I'm sorry. I mean, that's my case in point. But Usman will retire as being a great pound for pound fighter unless Edwards stops it. And as for Colby Covington, what is left for Colby Covington? Unfortunately, like I said in the beginning of the video, Usman exists. And unless Usman retires, Colby Covington will always be second best. And for the simple fact that is in danger of his... not in danger of his career, but listen, if Usman retires and Colby Covington doesn't get another chance to fight him, which would be in a very long time if he even gets that opportunity. If Usman retires and Colby Covington is still fighting in the UFC, that's very detrimental to his career, because now, even if you become champion, everybody's going to say, well, you're champion now because Usman retired. You know, that's so detrimental, and that's going to bother Colby Covington so much. So what's left for Colby Covington? I also believe that he's already defied who he is, and that's second best. I mean, I don't think there's any real challenge for Colby either, especially if he stays active. Who's going to beat Colby? Nobody's going to beat Colby Covington. And if he stays active, nobody's going to beat him. Only Usman. And I don't know why he wants to fight MASVIDAL. MASVIDAL is not going to be a challenge for Colby Covington. He's not. MASVIDAL is not in the level of Colby Covington and Usman. Not even close. And the fact that he pulled out against Edwards, which I believe he was going to lose anyway, that further proves, I mean, MASVIDAL is past tense. He's past tense. It's over. So that's my prediction of the future of Usman and Colby Covington's careers. I believe they both solidified their station at the UFC, which Usman is will forever be the greatest pound for pound, unless Edward puts a stop to it. And Colby Covington will always be second best, unfortunately, because I really like Colby Covington. He is one of my favorites. Obviously, you know, Adesanya will forever be my favorite in the men's UFC in general, no matter what division. Adesanya will be my favorite. But Alex Pereira is coming, and I can't wait for that, because that's gonna be a real good challenge for my favorite fighter, Adesanya. If Alex Pereira keeps it pushing, because that was an amazing knockout he did at 268. But other than that, we got UFC 269 coming up. Like I said, Edwards is out. Oliveira and Poirier, that's going to be an interesting fight. I mean, and like I said, you got Nunes and Pena. I believe Amanda Nunes, I'm going to pray for Pena, because I believe Amanda Nunes is just going to dominate that fight. So there you have it. It's not much going on in the UFC. I've been missing for a week for the simple fact that I've been watching the Kyle Rittenhouse case and I've been getting my snowblower ready for this upcoming winter. Unfortunately, I don't know if you get snow where you live, but I get a lot of snow where I live. And I've been prepping my snowblower for it. You know what I mean? I've been prepping my car for the upcoming winter, getting the undercoating done and everything. So I've been having a lot of things going on. And also, as you may know, if you've been in my channel for a while, I also got a very expensive camera that will show more details in what I do outside of streaming and editing videos, which you will see. You know, like a lot of people who do know me, who've been watching my channel, basically a 9-to-5 single dad. You know what I mean? That I basically tow into mechanics for a living. So you will be seeing more videos about that. That will be in a separate, obviously, video that won't be together with my other reactional videos. So hey, stay and wait. Hopefully you guys have a happy Thanksgiving. Hopefully you guys enjoy your holidays. Make sure you don't eat too much. Yes, I won't be gone that long again. I will be coming with another video discussing the Amanda Nunes and Pena fight, and also the situation with the Bullet I believe she has with Amanda Nunes, which the Bullet can never admit that Amanda Nunes is that great. She will never admit it. And there you have it. This is Black Shy Guy. Make sure you hit the like button if you really enjoyed this video, and also subscribe for any upcoming new videos. Oh, Schoolboy, you gotta send me that link with the Whaley on Facebook. I don't know why it keeps erasing, but you gotta send me that link. I don't know how you're gonna send me that link. I'm on Instagram also. Send me that link on Instagram or whatever the case may be. And hopefully I'll see that link, Schoolboy. I don't know why it keeps erasing on you. But anyway, this is Black Shy Guy. Thanks for the support for all of those who's been with me since the beginning. And that's about it. Thanks for sitting at my table. I'm out of here, guys. Peace.